back to my turn-based tutorial series. I know it's been a while. I've been involved in some game jams and been just busy in general, so here we go. This is the next episode, equipping weapons. We can go open up your character blueprint, your equipment button, and your party UI, and inside your character blueprint on the event graph we made this custom event. We're going to delete that and compile, and we're going to make some more events. So we're going to have equip player, equip P1, and equip P2, and then we'll have unequip player and unequip P1 and unequip P2. We're just going to leave these blank for now. This is where we'll be doing the physical equipping of the weapons. And then we can head over to our party UI. And we're going to make some changes in here, sort of. So first thing you want to do is get a vertical box. Yeah. And then you want a horizontal box. Inside of that vertical box. Vertical box we're going to rename to equipped items, and we'll call it make it a variable. And then we've got our horizontal box, and we're going to add a button onto the horizontal box, and then we'll add a text onto the button. I suppose we don't actually need a text. Let's get rid of the text. We're going to add a vertical box onto the horizontal box. I know it sounds weird, but we're doing that. And we're going to set this to full. And we're going to set this to full. And then something I'm missing here. The horizontal box also needs to be on full. And inside of our vertical box we're going to have some texts. So we'll just have two texts, and then we're going to duplicate our vertical box. We will grab our horizontal box and duplicate it 2 times. And then we're going to add text onto this equipped items, and we'll put it right at the top, and full and center. We'll just leave it on auto. And then we're going to grab a box and just make everything nice and even, sort of. That should do, I'd say. Just put it somewhere there for now. And we'll wrap this with a border. The border will be our HUD backing. Okay, compile. And we're going to change this to damage. And we'll set this justification to the right, and then we'll name this name, and also set the justification to the right. and these will set to 0, 0 because they'll be bound. And we can just do the same. We could have done this beforehand. I always do this, but yeah, I just did. Name. 0, 0, 0, image, name, 0, 0, and 0, 0. We're going to duplicate this text block. Just move it up like that, and we'll duplicate it again and move it up one more time, and then this will be P1 equipment. Oh, not P1, this will be player equipment, and then P1 and P2 equipment. Okay, now that that's settled, we're gonna go ahead and grab our border, just make it a bit bigger. Okay, I think that'll do. We'll compile, and by default we'll set the visibility to hidden. Okay, so compile, and now we can head over to our event graph, where we're going to do some magic. Yes. Okay, so we need to add an on-clicked event for our equipment button. So on-clicked, we're going to put it by our other buttons around here. Let's move those over there. Okay. And then we're going to make a couple new variables. Okay. Sorry. They're all going to be booleans. We're going to make 5 booleans. So this first one's going to be equipment clicked, and we'll duplicate it, and it'll be item clicked, rather item button clicked. We can duplicate it again. This one will be party button clicked, and then player button clicked, P1 clicked, and P2 clicked. Okay, we'll set them all to publicly editable and compile. And we're basically going to do this among other things. So we can set all of this to hidden. And then we're going to grab the what did we call it? We're going to grab the border. We didn't call it anything. We're going to call it equipped or weapons. make it a variable, and we've got our graph, and grab that equip weapons and say set visibility to visible. And we would also need our equipment box, which should be this. So equipment box, that should be a variable, and we'll get our equipment box and set the visibility to visible. And we're going to set all of these now, so we're going to grab all of those and duplicate it. And set them all to nothing. And then we're going to set our player select to visible. So let's go find our player select. Whatever it was called. It's called player select. So we'll grab it and duplicate it, set it to visible. And then we're going to use these new variables, so we're going to set equipment button clicked to true. We'll set item button clicked to false and party button clicked to false. Okay. And then we're going to want to grab these two. And this. And duplicate it 2 times. Maybe that was a bit hasty. I didn't realize they were that far apart. Anyway, it'll be fine. Just connect the nodes. And when we click on these, we want to set all of these hidden. So just like that. We'll duplicate these as well. And over here we'll set item button was clicked and party was clicked over here. Okay. Compile. Now that that's out of the way, on our play select button right over here, we're going to drag off and we're going to do a branch. And the thing that we're going to look at is, was our items button clicked or not? So if we did click it, and for the false, we'll do another branch. And over here, we're going to check if our equipment button was clicked. And if our equipment button was clicked, then we're going to grab our play select and set it visible. And then our other 2 equipment boxes, we're going to have to set visible as well. So these 2. We're going to set these visible and compile. And that's most of what we're going to do. We're going to change some stuff over here. So we're going to get some space. Drag that down a bit. We're probably not going to use that much space, so just rather be careful. Okay, and then we're going to add a branch over here. And we're going to check to see if the items was clicked or not. If it was, we'll carry on with our normal stuff. If it wasn't, then we'll run another branch and we'll check to see if the equip buttons was clicked, or equipment. And if it was clicked, then we'll set player button clicked. Okay. And then we can do the same thing over here. So branch. And we're going to check the items. If it wasn't the items, it must have been the equipment or nothing. So equipment, and that's for P1 to true. Okay, and then we want to do another branch. And again, we're checking the items button was clicked. If it wasn't, then it must have been the equipment or nothing. I'll just drag that in and set P2. Okay, and that's pretty much all we're going to do in here, I believe. So we can go out of there, we can go to our weapon button. And then we're going to have to do some things over here. Oh, equipment button. Sorry, it's called equipment button for you guys. I'm working in 2 different projects. And we're going to add an on-clicked event for our button. And each time it's clicked, we're going to run a branch. Off of event construct, we need a character reference, so we're going to cast to my character and get player character and promote him to a variable. And then we're going to get our player reference, and we're going to get his party UI reference, and we're going to check if player clicked, so get player button clicked, and that's what we're going to check. So if player button was clicked, then we're going to call an event that we're going to call, or a function rather, that we're going to call equip player weapon. So we'll call this equip player weapon without the extra W, sorry. And in here we're going to run a branch. Sorry, it's dark, I can't see my keyboard. We're going to run a branch, and we're going to get our player reference. And we're going to get equipped weapon. And we're going to break the struct. And we're going to check to see if the weapon type is what it would be called on your project, I believe. Is equal to nothing or not. Okay. So if it is equal to nothing, we're going to get our equipment bag. I don't know what I called it in this project. I called it weapons. We'll just get weapons. Okay, so you get your equipment bag and then add. And what we're going to add is, so if it was equal to something, then we're going to add these details. We'll just make that a bit cleaner. Okay. And then we're going to call off of our player on equip player, and then we're going to drag off of our player reference again and say set equipped weapon, and we'll set the new equipped weapon, which would be our item details of this item. And we'll run this into there as well. And then we're going to pull off of and say remove to index, and the index that we're going to remove from will be from our item details, and we'll break the struct and we'll get the index like that. Okay, and then we'll pull off our player reference for the last time and say equip player. Okay, so just like that. We'll go to Minecraft and off of true here, we're going to call this equip player weapon. And we'll drag off of our party URF and say set player button clicked to false. And what we need to do is get our, I don't know what it's called in this project, sorry. Hold on 1 second. It's called weapons panel. So we're going to get our equipment panel. New one's called the equipment panel. So get equipment panel, and then clear the children, and then drag off party URF and say create equipment. Sorry, I'm working on the wrong project here. Okay, so then off of false, we're going to need to get P1 clicked and get P2 clicked. And we'll make another 2 branches and plug them in respectively. And then this we're just going to duplicate. We'll call this P1 weapon, and we'll duplicate it again and call it P2 weapon. Okay, so inside of P1 weapon, okay, so first inside of our character, we're going to have to duplicate this. We'll just call this P1, and we'll duplicate it again, and equip weapon P2. Compile, and now we can drag off for equipped weapon P1. So get equipped weapon P1, plug that in, and that. Now we can get rid of that, and then we just need to set it over here. Yeah, so set equipped weapon P1. We can get rid of that, and that. And we're going to drag off and call equip P1. And put that at the end. And then we just need to call unequip. So unequip P1. And that's pretty much all we're going to do in this function. We'll go to our next function, and we're going to do the same thing. So get equip weapon P2, plug it into the struct or into the break, and set it. Set equipped weapon P2. And set it to the item details. And then we need to call unequip P2 and equip P2. And plug it in just like that. Okay, so save and compile. And go back to our event graph, and then we can plug these in respectively. We'll just set the buttons, set P1 clicked and set P2 clicked. To false. And then we'll just drag them all into here so we can just refresh the inventory. Okay, so compile and save. And I think I'm going to call it quits for this video here. For now, essentially, we can equip all of our weapons. We just need to do the actual physical equipping and adding the damage to our existing damage per attack, which is not a major, it's not a huge video. And yeah, we need to do the physical equipping, which is also not a major. Okay, so let's just save. We can sort of test this out. If the item disappears, it is working. If it doesn't disappear, it's not working 100%. So there's our item. We need to set this to invisible by default. So there's all of our stuff. So we're going to click on player name, and it does disappear. So it is sending to our equipped item. All we need to do now is bind everything and set it up so that it adds damage. Okay, one other thing before I close off of this video. We're going to go to our party UI, we're going to go to the designer, and I'm not going to include a keys tab or a skills tab. Everything else on here I will do, and that's where I will end off this tutorial series. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll finish off this tutorial series in the next few days.